Hi, hello. We are Cyber Life, and this is our presentation for AFL3. Now, as usual, we are a trusted reseller for TCG and hobby products. We are not only focusing on that, we are focusing on building a community for our customers. We make things easier for them, we make things more pleasing for them. Now, let's look at our market size. The market size for TCG has been growing not only globally, but also specifically at Asia Pacific, like Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, and our country, Indonesia. This is not assumptions. This is based on actual information online. Our sources from the Global Market Insight. They have a web page there. You can look at the reference page. It's in Mandarin, but a translation should suffice. According to the statistic data, Indonesia TCG market is reported to grow to generate $54 million US dollars, and this shows the growth of our market. We are an emerging market. So we have a few competitors here, and we want to present the impact of these competitors towards our innovation. At number one, we have Free-Frog, and number two, Board Game Time. Both of them are retail shops, one at PTC, one at The Loop. Now, although they have a few, towards our hyper segment innovation, they have a very low impact towards our innovation because they don't really segment their audience well. They don't even go into that for Free-Frog. They did for Board Game Time, but only on one aspect, which is MTG, Magic the Gathering. And I believe that with our more broad approach to TCG, this will, especially when it's different towards those two, we are focusing on Riftbound, Hololive, and yeah, I believe that they don't really have any interest to our innovation, our first innovation. For Kitakuji though, it is an app where they use the concept of Kitakuji, the one in Japanese where you roll for a prize. This has been very booming lately, and I believe that they segment their audience very well. They have a Kitakuji for TCG products. Not only that, there's also hobby products like a bunch of figurines, and even outside of that, like a Nintendo Switch. They really segment their audience well, and I believe they are a huge threat. But at the end of the day, it's a Kitakuji, which is, in a sense, playing with a chance of odds gambling. It's low-key gambling, and so they're not actually purchasing the products. They gamble for a chance to get that product. So although their threat is very high, and although the threat is high, I believe that it's not a world-ending threat. It's not gonna stop us. And our final competitor is an online store, TCG. They don't have an offline store. They they segment their products way better than the first two, due to it's an online store and they were able to sell specific things for specific people, but it's not segmented enough. It's just like sleeves, this and that. Medium, I believe it's a medium trend. Now, for our G4, it's mostly filled by casual and beginner players, but there's also a few collectors and a few veteran players. Their opinion towards our innovations has been 90% positive, 5% moderately positive, and the rest are on neutral instead of bad. So I believe that it's a positive impact towards our innovations, a positive insight towards our innovation. Now, with our interviews, their insights has been very positive towards our innovation, with a lot of suggestion for it to be even better. When mostly they're like, let it ride, and we can see how it goes first. But in theory, it should work. Do we have the necessary technology and tools to build this? I believe that we do. Physically, we already have all the things we need for the interactive booth. If it's about posters and everything, well, everything is already online, like Canvas, blah 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 blah. And for our skills, And as for our knowledge, we believe that we already have sufficient understanding of the TCG community, the customer section, etc. We have the skills for the cosplay booths, and we are growing our event operation skills slowly but surely. I believe that we are growing. And as for our materials, can we source these materials? We just need to keep up, because I feel like things are stable, and we just need to keep up for our future demands. We need to forecast it properly. Do we have the capacity? I believe we do, except for big events. I believe that we need at least one more person, and we believe that to hire a part-timer is more than enough. A skilled part-timer should be around 200K per day. We have a few case scenarios of risk, mostly are on medium, but the highest one is if there are low interest or low foot traffic of an event. But I believe that we choose our events very carefully. We don't just choose randomly. We pick ones that are very known, like Chibicon, Jatim Expo, Komifuro. Now, do we have the capacity? I believe that we do. As I said before, we just need one more person to help assist us during these booth events. Is there any additional cost for innovation implementation? For the one-time setup, there's not that much that are needed. There's the Wheel of Fortune, but I believe the ones with my tablet right here is more than enough, and maybe even more appealing than an actual Wheel of Fortune, or at least way more appealing than a self-built 150K Wheel of Fortune. We don't need. I believe that we don't need to invest on that yet. We can start with this. For the per event cost, that's where our money is gonna drop. So far, the most expensive one is of course the rental fee of the booth. We are gonna start giving away prices even more, so we might lose around 200K per event. And we're probably gonna post some discount posters and everything, and there's also transport. Now, we believe that we will start earning with this our innovation. We believe that we will start earning revenue, profit after our 19th customer, assuming that each customer gives us a profit of 50K. Now, is this realistic? I believe that it is. This is low risk and very achievable, especially with our current revenue. We can self-sufficient these innovations with our business money. Now, market trends. Komifuro has been growing year by year, especially with the biggest one so far being the last one. And TCG was everywhere. There was a full section for TCG. The launch of Ribbon was a trender, and it was also confirmed by our sources, which is from Otabase and Kabar to Depan. There's a lot of growing trends there with new TCG, Direct Bound, TCG in general, like Pokemon, Hololive, and there's also a major growth of frequency of events like Chibicon and Jatim Expo. So, for our forecast, we plan on some. We believe that things are going to be stable around the profit of 7 to 9 mil, with the biggest one being in September. Why? As you can see, the event cost here is the biggest on September, because we plan on opening a booth at Malaysia. We believe we have a few time to prepare so that we can focus on gaining more revenue. But our prediction so far is around 12 mil for the revenue, with the profit being 10 mil. We are just going to focus on repaying the total cost, because honestly, our main goal was just to gain experience. So that's all. This is our sources. It's in Chinese for some of them, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time. I apologize if it's scuffed, but I still appreciate the time of you guys to listen to this.